Mrs. Mink is decorating a 4-foot by 9-foot bulletin board. What's the shape of a bulletin board?
Usually rectangular.
Yes. So she decides to put a purple border around it. What is the length of border that she needs? We're talking perimeter or area here. Oh, look. So if it's 4 by 9 foot, 2 of the sides are 4 foot and 2 of the sides are 9 foot, right? So what is its perimeter? What is 8 plus 18? Right, 2 times 4 is 8. 2 times 9 is 18. What's 8 plus 18? Excellent. 26 feet of border. Brett warmed up for his basketball game by running around the court 3 times. If the court is 84 feet by 50 feet, how many feet did he jog? What shape is a basketball court?
Rectangular.
Another rectangle, right? We know it's not square because its sides aren't the same. So this perimeter is going to look very similar, right? 2 of its sides are 84 feet, plus the other 2 sides, which are each 50 feet. So this is 168, and this is 100. So how many feet total? 268 feet. Oh, but wait. He didn't just run it once, he ran it how many times? 3 times. So what do we have to multiply this by? 3. So 268 times 3, 804 feet. We almost thought we were done, right? So here, oh, they're drawing a picture for us. Kate likes to run a route in town that forms a triangle shown below. How many times would she need to run this route to complete 12 miles? So how many times? Well, let's add up what one of them would be, right? This perimeter is equal to 0.7 plus 1.4 plus 0.9. So feel free to put these in your calculator. 0.7 plus 1.4 plus 0.9. Aiden, why don't you move up here by Mackenzie or next to Zane? You're supposed to be taking a quiz right now, and I'm not really sure what you're doing. Well, I have this basket up here of pencils. I'll even give you a really nice new one. And then you can not have excuses. You're not sitting there though, so you need to find a different spot. Okay. Yesterday told me you can't handle it. So here the perimeter is 3 miles. So how many times would she need to run it to make 12? 4 times. So even though we had to find the perimeter to solve this one, we had to actually answer the question, right? The perimeter of a rectangular playground is 86 feet. Let's draw a picture. If the width is 15 feet, find the length. So we know 2 times 15, right? Those are those sides. Plus 2 times the length is equal to what? What's the perimeter of it? Read the problem. Good. 86. So this is really 30 plus something, two somethings, is equal to 86. So what do those two somethings equal if I subtracted 30 from both sides? What's 86 minus 30? 56. So what would one length be? If I divided both sides by 2, what's 56 divided by 2? 28. 56 divided by 2. So the length would have to be 28 feet. Obviously, my drawing was not to scale. If one side's 15 and the other side's 28. It was just for me to wrap my head around it. We know how to find perimeter. 2 of one side plus 2 of the other side. They gave us the total. Hopefully you can set that up. Do you have to set it up as an equation? No. You can use your other problem solving. It's not specifically telling you to set up an equation, so you can do it either way. All right. How much fabric is needed to create the sail below? Now we're talking area. First, we have to remember the area of a triangle. What's our formula for an area of a triangle? Not base times height.
Base times half is Russell's height.
So half of the base times the height.
Oh.
So you can take the base times the height and divide it by what? 2. So we have, this would be equal to 14 times our base, which is 9, divided by 2. So 14 times 9, 108 plus 18. 14 times 9, 126. 126 divided by 2 is 63 feet squared, right? Because the base is feet times the height, which is feet. Feet times feet is feet squared. Does that make sense? Feet.
How many feet did you need, guys?
That's how I coach basketball too. Feet.
Coach basketball.
Find the width of a rectangular patio. Rectangles with a length. Oh man, we've got another formula. Well, what is the area? We know what the area is, but what is our formula for an area of a rectangle? This one is just base times height, or length times width, right? Yes. Yeah, once you get these notes done. So here, we know the area is equal to this 200, right? They're giving us the length, which is 16, but we don't know what the width is. So being able to set up this equation helps us figure out how we would solve it. What do I have to do to get the width?
Divide by 16.
Perfect. Yep. If I divide both sides by 16, I'm left with the width. Do you have to set up an equation? Again, no, you don't have to. It's just an option to help you think about it. 200 divided by 16 is equal to 12.5. Sounds good to me. 12.5. What is my unit for my length? My area was square feet. This is feet squared. If I divide it by a foot, I'm getting rid of one of those feet, so I'm just left with a foot. Foot to the first power, foot. 12.5 feet is the length, okay? All right, Ryan. If we have a 30-foot by 18-foot family room, how much is the carpet gonna cost if it's 225 per square foot. So we have to figure out how much square feet we have, right? So if I have 30 by 18, maybe it looks like this. My area of this rectangle, right, is 30 times 18. When in doubt, use your calculator. 30 times 18 is equal to 540. That's how many square feet it is. Now watch this. This is square feet, right? Oop, I forgot my T. Now, I know how much it is per square foot. Do you remember what we can put in place of the per? Not a multiplication sign.
A division sign.
A division sign. What do we usually use for a division sign now that we're big kids? A fraction bar. So I could write this as $2.25 per square foot. And I'm going to use foot squared. Of course, we know we're going to multiply this by this, but I'm just kind of proving it to you. So if I know how many feet squared I have, this is 540 feet squared. I can always write it over 1. It doesn't change anything. What happens here is my feet squared cancel out my feet squared, and I'm left with just the amount of money that I have. So this proves why we multiply, right? So yes, you should know that we would need to multiply by the price per square foot. Sorry. So 540 times $2.25 is equal to $1,215. $1,215. And I would say probably the cost of carpet's a little bit more than that these days.
A lot more than that. I'm getting that. I got carpeting though.
Yep, depends on the area of the space too, right? All right, sorry that sun's coming in again. A town. Oh no, what's area of a trapezoid? Area of a trapezoid. Triangle with the lid cut off. What?
Half a base plus base times 2.
Half the height.
Oh, I was looking at what I wrote down. I don't think I wrote down the right thing.
Make sure this is an H, not a B. Half the height times the sum of the two bases, B1 plus B2.
I guess it is right.
So here, what is our height? Yep, 14. See that we figure that out by the line that has the right angle sign on it. And then we have two bases, and those go between the height. So those bases are 12 and what? 21. All right, so half of 14 is 7. And then when I add 12 and 21, I have 33. So we're just figuring out how many square miles. Ooh, 7. They made these nice and complicated for us. 7 times 33 is 231. Does this answer our question? No, it doesn't. All right, yes, we're going to divide it. How do you know? Per, exactly. If we want number per people, number of people per, sorry, I read that wrong. Number of people per square mile. That's literally people per mile squared, right? Per square mile. So we're going to take 28,000 and divide it by the number of miles squared, which we just found to be 231. So I'm going to say 28000 divided by, and then if you want your answer, you can just click answer. Since I already had 231 on there, I'm dividing it by 231. 121 and 21 repeating forever. $121 people per mile squared. That seems fairly reasonable.
It is like insanely tough number 12.
Mm-hmm.
It knows yes.
All right. So you want to mix it up before we finish page 6? Yeah, we could do that. Let's do page 4 as well together. That'll give you some more practice together. So Hannah just put a 36-foot long fence around her rectangular. Are we talking perimeter or area here? I think so too. Fence around something. We're talking perimeter. So here, perimeter. Remember, we have 2 L's plus 2 W's, right? They're telling us that 36-foot fence goes around the garden. So that is the perimeter, is 36 feet here. And that is equal to 2 times the length. We don't know the length, right? Plus 2 times the width. What is the width? Mm, 12.
I was thinking.
Right? So 36 is equal to 2 lengths plus, what's 2 times 12? 24. How do I solve this 2-step equation? Do you remember? Good review. How do I get rid of the 24? Yay! Here we go. So if 2 of them are 12, how many is just 1? Excellent. So 6 is equal to the length. What's my unit? I'm talking feet here. Thank you. All right, how about number 10? He's adding a new patio to the dimensions are shown if 1 bag of concrete mix will cover. All right, we're talking square feet. So area or perimeter? Square feet would be area. Aiden, do you need to go? You're supposed to be silently taking a quiz right now. And I'm still hearing you. That's concerning to me. So we're talking area, square feet. Whew. The area of a parallelogram. We can do that. Remember what it is? Base times the height. Which is our base?
16.2.
Yep.
Yeah, that.
And our height is 12. Is 194.4, and this is feet squared. So let's just estimate. This is almost how many square feet? Almost 200, right? If each bag covers 50 square feet, how many bags do I need? 195 bags of
No.
concrete?
Hold on.
What is happening?
What do you ask?
How many?
Divided by 50.
Yeah,
195 bags.
4. Yep. I know I don't need I don't need all of that 4th bag, but I still have to buy 4 bags. I'll have a little left over.
I don't understand this, but it's scary.
What are you not understanding?
Everything.
I have.
We're literally taking a formula and plugging it in. That's all we're doing. We've got to determine what we're looking at, right? Perimeter or area. So looking at this one, a campground covers their rectangular shaped pool each winter. Here we're talking about the area. So think about a rectangle that is length times width, right? These are things you should know. We did review it yesterday. What do we know? We know how many square feet it is, so we know the area, 333.5. We know how long it is, so we know the length, which is 23. So it's 23 times something. We don't know the width. So do you have to put it into an equation? Absolutely not. Will I? Probably. Yes, because it helps me to think through it. You totally could just say, oh, I know how to do this. I'm going to take 333.5 and divide it by 23. And that's fine. But you need to show that you're dividing it by 23. So you would at least show this work. So that 333, I misspoke. 0.5 divided by 23 is 114.5 feet long. So that is equal to our width. A fence is being built around something. So we're talking about the perimeter. How many feet of fence will be needed to surround the park? This one's pretty straightforward. Add up all of the sides. Do you need the height? No. I gave it to you to make you think, oh, maybe I have to find the area of it. You don't. Add up all the sides. Let me know what you get.
Oh, you messed me up. I did that all in my head. 96. The detriment. Okay. 86 square feet size. What number is 86?
All right, so you took 21. Yes. Who's Miss Lovely? Hurry up. 21 plus 18 plus 29 plus 18. Just throw it in there. 21 plus 18 plus 18 plus 29.
Oh yeah.
Good job, guys. 86 feet.
Dang.
Beautiful.
Sort of. I forgot.
All right, the dimensions of a city park are shown below. Sam just jogged around the park. So what are we talking again? Perimeter. We have 2 at 1.7 miles plus 2 at 3.6 miles. So if you want to, you could say 1.7 plus 1.7 plus 3.6 plus 3.6. 10 6/10 miles. It's a long run. I'm just gonna go for a jog. I'll be back 10 miles later. Ella is making a corner bench seat. She plans to outline the seat cushion in a decorative ribbon. So do we need to find the area or the perimeter if she's outlining it?
Area.
Perimeter, because she's outlining it, going around the sides, right? So we would add them up. Perimeter, I almost wrote A. 6.25 plus 4.8 plus 3.6. Throw them in. Notice, even though I'm using my calculator, I'm showing what I'm putting into my calculator, so I can figure it out if I did something incorrectly. All right, I'm guessing since we've had a lot of perimeter that we might deal with area, but maybe not. Rachel is making a tent, the triangular piece of fabric for the front of her tent has an area of 24 square feet. Find the height of the fabric if it is 6 feet long. So remember, the area of a triangle is equal to 1/2 the base times the height. So here we know the area is 24, and that equals 1/2, we know. The base is 6 times the height. So 24, what's half of 6?
3.
Yes. So 3 times the height is equal to 24. So what must the height equal?
No, it doesn't have to be divisible by 3.
No, this number isn't divisible by 3. The answer is it anyway. 8. 24 is divisible by 3. Marina is making a cake in a pan shaped like the one below. 1 can of frosting. Oh, we're talking about square inches. Can't cover 40 square inches of cake. Ugh. How many cans of frosting will she make? This looks like a trapezoid. What is the area of a trapezoid? 1/2 times the height. So 1/2 times the height, which is 9, times the sum of the bases, 4.2 plus 14.5. What's half of 9? 9 divided by 2 is 4.5. And the sum of these bases is 18.7. So if I plug that in, I have 4.5 times 18.7. So this area is 84.15. If each can will cover 40 square inches, how many cans will I need? Would 2 be enough?
No.
No, so I actually need to buy how many cans? 3 cans. You can divide that by 40, but that won't really help you a whole lot. Alright, so you have page 6. Couple of reviews from yesterday in 7 and 8. And then 6 like these. Staying through it, it does require some thinking for sure.